It's crucial, mate, to make sure that you have a saddle that fits your horse correctly. That's why Martin Saddlery and I teamed up to make a saddle that was comfortable for your horse and would give him the best chance of performance to help you and your job. So today, what we're going to do is head over to Greenville, Texas, just to show you how good our saddles really are. Over the years, I've always relied on Martin saddles to fit me, fit my horses, and give me the performance I'm looking for. Now it's time for me and you guys to see exactly how they're made. Come on, mate. Hey, Brian, how are you, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Well, thanks for letting me come to the plant to see what's going on.
No problem.
This is Bryan Petersen. Brian oversees the whole production here at the Martin Saddlery production plant here in Greenville, Texas. As you know, Martin has a phenomenal brand name. They make my Aussie saddle. They helped me design it. They made it with me over 10 years ago. It's been a phenomenal saddle. And today, I'm going to see exactly how it's made step by step. Thanks, Brian.
You're welcome.
Let's go see the plant, mate.
Let's have a look. This is where it all starts. The order comes in, and
so this is just a plain hide that comes straight in the door.
This is a Herman Oak hide of leather. It's a skirting leather.
Yep.
This is a chocolate, just like in your saddle.
Yep.
And we're going to go through how we grade them and then how we cut one.
Okay. That's good.
And today, while you're here, we'll cut a set of fenders and you can run them through the shop.
Okay. Now I don't guarantee the quality of my work because I've done a few of these shows before where I've tried to make what we do the show on, and it's pretty bad quality.
I think that kind of put it on a stop.
I can't weld. Holy I burned a hole in it, Willie. I don't think I'm going to be able to make a saddle either, but I can guarantee you my quality of work's probably going to be low.
We'll have the supervisor critique it and see how you went.
Okay. I can already tell you what's going to go.
You've been rejected.
Well, when we start to go to build a saddle, we'll pull two sides of leather. It takes roughly two and a bit, depending on the style of saddle.
So you say it takes 2.5 sides per saddle?
Two to two and a bit.
So 1.5 cows per saddle?
Yeah. And basically, every piece of the saddle has to come out of a certain piece of the hide for the integrity of the leather. Your prime is in your butt.
Yes.
And
what do you call prime? Just thickness of leather?
It's got good body to it.
Yeah.
It's thicker, and it's a better piece of leather. The belly and the flank is weaker. It's a thinner leather, and it's got more movement. The neck is always moving, so it's got lots of stretch. It's not a very good piece of leather. So the right part of the saddle has to come out of the right part of the hide to build a quality saddle.
Because you guys are all about quality.
Yeah.
So what are you going to show me first?
We'll cut a pair of fenders. Yes. And we'll show you the fenders are going to come out of the butt. We're going to cut them vertically. And the stirrup leathers will cut out of the backbone because there's a lot of stretch to them. They're very important. Yes. And so we cut them out of our absolute prime piece of leather.
Yes.
All right, let's go get the fenders cut and we'll just do it. Clinton, this is Marty. This is our cutting supervisor.
Marty, how are you, mate? Okay. Good. So what are we doing here?
Marty will pull this hide in and line that up and cut one, and have you cut one, and then we'll cut the stirrup leathers. And what we're looking at is to make sure there's no scratches on it, no marks in the leather, no imperfections in the leather. Yeah. Once it's cut, the piece of leather's gone. So it's a grading process. Every side, being these cows have been in a feed yard, been in a pasture, barbed wire. It was great. Clinton got to be in the cutting department today. Clinton's a horse riding machine. It's all he's ever done. It's all he thinks about. And then you get him in this situation, he's like a kid in a candy store.
When am I doing?
Line one up and let him cut one.
Right up.
All right.
Now, Marty, You didn't lose this finger on this machine, did you, Marty? Because I got to tell you, I like all my fingers. So you need to tell me anything about this point?
Don't put your finger on it.
I don't put your finger on it, dumb. Okay, righto. So now you got me nervous.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it is good. You got to operate the machine.
Righto. Okay, press it.
Line it up over.
Right, that it?
Boy, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah, I know, it's unbelievable. So what do I do now?
Put them both together.
At the same time, and then let it go? Holy
Back.
right.
Get your bottom.
Righty, fingers away. Got your
Fingers are on the buttons, they're in the other way.
Righto. Is that it?
Got a new relevance to a fender.
Got it. There's your first.
Damn, look at that. Isn't that just the sexiest fender you've ever seen in your entire life? Excellent. Marty, do a good job, mate. I don't want you making me look bad. Righto. See you, mate.
Clinton, once the saddle's cut, we get all the pieces, we check them all through, make sure the quality's right, make sure nothing's missing, then everything comes out of the tooling section. The first thing then, with all the parts are getting tooled, the girls will do, is mark the border out. That sets the whole foundation for where they've got an area to tool, what border's going to go on the outside, and where they're going to go from there. And then it'll go over and get the flowers marked. Because of the different borders and different styles, we've got 17 styles of saddles in all different sizes. This changes every time. So every one of these designs is hand-created on that saddle.
And literally every one of these bins is a different order.
Everyone's a different order. We've got 300 to 400 saddles on the floor at one time, most of them individual orders. Now the borders are laid out, we'll go over and we'll look at the flower cutting. Okay. Well, this is the start of the flower cutting. You can see the faint circles Vanessa's drawn on there.
Yes.
This is the layout that they work on. It's a circular floral. It's called the Wyoming style, the Sheridan style of tooling, and everything's set up in circles. So she's laid the circles out to see what she can fit in there.
Right.
And what you got now is a flower stamp. If it was a one-off flower, they'd cut it by hand because we do so many. They just have these stamps which leaves the impression in there and just speeds the process up. Once she's got that done, the rest of it is vines and leaves, which is all laid in to combine together and make a nice flow, and that's where the individual creation comes in on each and every saddle. Quite amazing, there is no format, it's an artistic creation.
So even though, like, this is a saddle factory, so to speak, there is a lot of handmade stuff going on.
It's a lot of handmade. Everything is custom, you know, to a large degree.
Right.
The only difference between us and a one-man shop is a lot of people in here and a lot of saddles.
Yes. Yeah. So that's how you guys can keep the quality as high as one guy making a saddle in his back garage with the highest quality, but he can only make one a week. You can produce, you know.
We can produce a lot of saddles in a reasonably short lead time and service the industry.
And still keep the quality real high.
And the quality, and let the people have their individual taste that they want for what they want. And there's always something personal about a saddle.
The quality and craftsmanship that Martin Saddlery employees put into their products is absolutely amazing. It's blowing me away. After the break, mate, we're going to be showing you more innovation from Martin Saddlery.
The tooling department and tooling on saddles is the chrome on the car, it's the special wheels, it's that personalised touch. Right now, Vanessa's laid the leaves in there, in the space fillers, where another circle won't fit in. And now you can see her creating the vine. And this is creating the vine that'll join the circles together and join these leaves into the circles. Okay, Clinton, we've gone through the tooling section. Now let's go and try our hand at your project, your pair of fenders.
Okay.
Right. Vanessa's laid the first one out, and she's going to do a live run through. Right. So you can see how to do it. Okay. And then she's going to coach you through doing one.
Right. Okay. That's good.
And she's a good coach.
She better be a damn good coach.
Yeah.
So I don't have to freehand this. I can just go around.
Well, on yours, she's done a little kitty kit where she's actually drawn the lines on for you too.
Okay, good.
To help you out. And cutting around these little symbols, logos is, is a very intricate the kangaroo's been cut out. She's
Yep.
cut the inner circle of vine, so you're going to cut that first, and she's going to walk you through that. And now she's cutting the outer circle of the vine.
Okay.
Okay? And it's working your way backwards down through the circle. Starts at the top, works your way into it. Okay? I think it's about ready for your go.
Okay, mate, what do you want me to do?
We'll get you sat down, Clinton, and get you started.
Righto, mate. I'm gonna keep the fluffy seat. Okay.
Going to show him how to wet his leather. And
What am I gonna do
get him
now?
started out.
Just the whole thing?
No, just where you're going to do your work, Clinton.
Okay. Righto. So why am I wetting this down? What's the deal here?
It lets the knife flow better. So it's cut.
So this is the knife here? Okay, so how do I...
Letting Clinton loosen the tooling department today, you know, we baited him pretty bad and we knew that was going to be the fun of the day. Start with the kangaroo.
Start with the kangaroo. Any part of it?
And then start on the end of one and try to get the biggest, longest flow you can.
And then just use the edge of it. Use that edge.
Yep.
Oh, I think I need glasses.
And get smooth and go a little faster, you'll go smoother. That's it. Keep going.
Oh,
The
yeah.
faster and smoother the better.
Oh,
Keep
yeah.
rolling,
I'm
keep
feeling
rolling,
the sexy
keep rolling.
kangaroo starting
There you
right
go.
now.
He wasn't letting up on that one. He wasn't getting off that horse.
So then just start on the
Someone broke
inside?
his tail, Clinton.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a bit of a broken tailbone right now.
Okay. Now do the inside.
Right.
Okay. Is that looking, are we doing a kangaroo or an armadillo?
I don't know. It's open for debate at this particular point.
Okay.
Righto, okay.
Okay. That's pretty good. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to give up my day job, let's just say that.
He did pretty well, you know, for someone that didn't even know how to pick up a swivel knife.
Yeah, after doing, one thing for sure, after doing this tooling myself, I've got a whole new level of respect for these ladies that do all this tooling on my saddles. And all of the Martin saddles. See, now we're starting to where it's difficult because we're getting into the intricate parts here. Okay, I've got to tell you, my little kangaroo needs a facelift. He's not doing too good.
I think he's roadkill.
He's roadkill, that's exactly. Righto.
He actually started figuring the layout out and started rolling around there. Knew to move his part and was dragging the knife to him. Very good.
Rightio.
Right.
What do you think of that? It's no, you're a lion, aren't you? Yeah, you're lying. Okay, are you a lion normally? Because you're just lying to me right now. This looks like okay? You're lying to me, Vanessa.
Okay.
Righto, what's next?
There you play up. A
Righto.
little more water and she'll start you off.
More water?
Yep.
I think that's where I went wrong.
It's one of them jobs everyone says, man, I'd love to, you know, I'd love to learn that one. You know, it's one of them things, it's on our bucket list, we never do.
Damn, my damn hand's sore already. Let me feel these hands of yours. They're damn tight hands, aren't they? I like to strengthen this woman's hands. Here I am, a little fairy boy, and I've been doing this for 6 minutes, and my hands sore.
Do you think we can hire him?
No.
He's no well? No good?
Sorry.
Vanessa, are you still up? I don't like you anymore.
We might have to try him in another section from the looks of this.
Right here. I'm just getting my groove on right now. I'm just finding.
To see leather tooling getting done and understand the labour and the individual artistic creation that went into a saddle that we know was one of 15, 16 done that day is a little mind-blowing. That's it, and then we'll compare the two, and I think you did pretty good.
I think I've done this, hey? That's it.
Let's let Vanessa critique them, and we'll see. We got a pretty good.
What do you think, Vanessa? Pretty close?
Yeah. We've got a kangaroo and a nice flower, and we've got a
roadkill kangaroo. We got a roadkill kangaroo
and a drought
and a flower that hasn't been watered.
In the saddle shop here, along with the Martin product, we also make mohair and alpaca cinches. And we're going to have a bit of a challenge for you. Everyone talks about you walking fast, moving fast.
Right.
So Ruben's going to coach you through, and you can race him. So go around that side of Ruben.
Okay, mate. Up.
Okay.
Right. Now where?
Okay.
I'll pull it all through. Okay. Don't slow me down now, Ruben, okay? Tell him to slow down. Hey, listen, I'll pay you $100 to slow down. Right, I give up. Listen, fellas, thank you. Listen, thank you for making me look bad. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Clinton came second by a little bit in the race he had today. I think if he came in for the weekend and stayed, he might get it finished. Clinton, I think we're going to have to put you in a simpler department like operating the microwave or something at lunchtime. Okay?
Hey, anybody know how to work the damn microwave?
Going to the tree shop, this is where it all starts. This is the piece no one sees, but the most important part of the saddle.
Okay.
Our tree is the start of our saddle. It's the base of the saddle. It's the slab in the house. It's the foundation of it. The parts of the tree is the swell, or the fork, or the knee pad, the cantle, which is our seat, and then the bars, which is the two parts that go on each side of the horse's back. Okay. They're amazed to know that it's made of wood and how it's put together. The duplicator is basically a big key cutting machine. It's got a pattern in the middle that a wheel imitates, and a saw blade that works on the block of wood, just like the raw key, and creates it. With these we make originally out of wood. We hand carve these ourselves, get them the shapes we want, and then we cast them in aluminum in a foundry, and they become our master pattern. To watch the machines run out on their patterns and make them parts out, form out of a block of wood, and then to see it, you know, how important it is to put it together straight. And that's crucial. That's how it fits the horse. Everything we've set up here is, it's all about the horse's back, keeping it level, keeping it true. There's some checks in here to make sure the parts have run right. That's why we wanted to bring it back in-house, have our own shop, and it's why we're so meticulous about what we get done. The horns are actually wrench-grade aluminum. It's a strong aluminum that's got a big yield factor, and that means it will bend a long way before it breaks.
And this is all saddles. Even my saddle has an aluminum horn.
Yeah.
You can see really why Martin Saddlery are the best at what they do, because they put a lot of time and effort right from the beginning of the saddle. That's what makes them so comfortable and for you and your horse's back. Thanks very much, man. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you. The ground seats in our trees, we do form them into the tree in the fiberglass covering, and that builds up the seat as it's needed for that discipline. This is spraying the fiberglass on. It's a chopper gun. It runs off like balance string off the roll, and the gun chops it up and sprays the resin on with it. As it starts setting up, that stuff's still cuttable, so you'll cut all the extra edges off, and then you can go back and glass the top. The last stage, once he's done this final sanding, will be to go back and put a coat of resin on the parts that we don't put glue on. It's mainly the bars of the tree. The rest of it, we leave the rough texture on because the glue sticks to it better.
And then after that, it's pretty much ready to go to the saddle.
It's ready to go to the saddle makers. Let's go look. In our saddle makers and with everyone else in the shop, you know, we tell them you are the quality control officer for everyone that touched that saddle before you. In reality, we have 60 quality control officers looking out there to make sure our product's right. Okay, Clinton, so we got to look at the tree shop and how it all gets done, and this is the finished product. We build with fiberglass covers, so it's very, very strong. We warranty them for 10 years, and we basically cover anything that ever goes wrong with them. Well, we got to see the tree shop. Let's go do the next job.
Right away.
Thank you.
You lead the way.
Okay. We do brag on assembly line production because our saddle makers do that one job all day. They do it very, very well. At Martin, we do an assembly line, and we pride ourselves on our assembly line production because what it does is it lets every saddle be the same. So when they see one of your saddles, the one they get's the same because the same guys put the horn on, the same guys put the seat, and the same guy made the skirts. What they're putting on now is a saddle horn, and it consists of a neck underneath, the guy made the skirts. What they're putting on now is a saddle horn, and it consists of a neck underneath and then a horn wrap on top. It's sewn on, and then they wet that horn wrap down, tighten it on, and glue it and tie it down. The hard part about doing it in leather is you got to do it again tomorrow with different pieces of leather in a different saddle and create the same feel. The way we do it, we can create that same feel in saddle after saddle. The next process is the ground seat. What this ground seat is, we do a wood tree and it's fiberglass covered. The fiberglass ground seat helps give the finished seat shape already, and it also ties these bars together like a bridge, so it increases the strength of the tree. With this, we get the desired seat shape we want, so every Aussie saddle they see has the same seat shape to it.
Okay.
And when they get the saddle they ordered, it's right.
Yeah.
Fitting and cutting the seat for the saddle is the most important job and the hardest job that we do deal with. This is our head saddle maker. He's doing the layout to make sure the end saddle is going to be right, because the seat is from here, it's got to be formed down, and then he'll send it over and let the girls tool it, and then from there it goes on, and they'll start padding it and putting it together. Now we're going to get to where the seats come back, and they go to putting the padded seat on.
Okay, this is looking familiar. I recognise this saddle.
Yeah, we recognise it pretty well too. We've got the barbed wire tooling being put on it, and it's been blocked down, and now you see this is the seat leather. Right. The reason for the chalk line is they'll put a piece of the seat material on there and actually push it in there, and then they've got a mark to cut the seat with on the other side, and glue it down and sew it.
So I like this saddle because it's kind of like what we call a half-breed. It's half American, half Australian. You've got the horn like an American saddle, and you've got the knee pads here, or swell, that help you stay in the saddle. So if you lose your balance and you end up going over the front of the horse, these knee pads here will grab you on the inside of your thighs and help you get back in the saddle. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Here we got one, the padded seat's in, it's all been sewn down, it's been glued down onto the tree, and now he's ready to fit the roll, or the binder as they call it. And the main thing here is getting it on straight and true, setting it up so all the tooling matches to the same size as the roll.
And again, they wet the leather to mold it.
Wet the leather, mold it. And at the same time, then they've got to push all the excess leather in the back, smooth it out, get it up into the corner so they can sew it on. The last process we do in our saddle making section is to fit the skirts. They've got to make sure that the skirt is on true and square. It's got the right distance here at the front of the seat, right from the rigs. So we're going to do some measurements, make sure everything's right. The skirts are assembled in our skirt section, and the difference we do at Martin is we block the skirts, and that is we actually form the shape of the tree into the bottom piece of the skirt, which means the tree is what's bearing the weight of the horse, not the skirt, so it doesn't get up on his shoulder and create a tight spot. Once the saddle's completed, our finishing process is the assembly of all the extra parts that go on a saddle and the oiling process. Right now we just watch the saddle come off the line. The next day they'll tool the swell. The swell is put on with no tooling on, and most people assume that tooling's done flat and then just glued on. Well, here we actually do everything you saw flat happen in the tooling section, now happens on a curved surface, so it's twice as hard.
So this is all freehand again?
It's all freehand again, only it's on 3 different planes.
So we definitely don't want to let me practice.
You are not getting to go at this one. Someone's going to own this, and it's not going to be you, so better you'll tool it instead of you, okay?
Profit margins are going down.
And the saddle makers will be mad because they'll have to replace the swell cover if you touch it.
Yeah.
You know?
Lucky I have a lot of self-confidence, because after this show, my confidence would be in the Okay, Clinton, we come into our oiling section, our finishing section. Right. And basically, it's a 5-day process. We oil it the first day, the second day gets the second coat of oil, every part again. On the third day, the saddle gets assembled. That is, the fenders get put on, the billets get put on, the conchos, and everything gets done. At the end of that day, the saddle gets the fenders stretched out. Yeah. The 4th day, it gets its last top coat of oil, where they'll just touch it all up, make sure it's even, put a finish coat on it, and the 5th day gets inspected and boxed. So if you want a light oil or medium oil or dark oil, how do you do the different colours then?
It's a degree of oil on there. As dark as that saddle looks that he's oiling right now, in 20 minutes most of that colour will go away. Tomorrow a bit more colour will come in. And what it is basically that oil starts saturating that leather to a degree where you like the colour. Right. We stress and we push for quality control the whole way along. We have a checkpoint at the back of cutting, we have a checkpoint at the back of tooling, we have a checkpoint at the back of the saddle makers, we have another checkpoint when they tool the swell. When someone opens up that box, that thing's good, and they're going to be proud to have it.
Now that I've seen how my saddles are made, I'm off to visit the headquarters of Becker Brand in Granbury, Texas.